Black women, poor women, women who were domestic servants. They were the people who refused to ride the bus and thus pushed the movement forward. But it is only now, more than a half century later, that we are recognizing how important it is to value women's leadership.
Raise the next generation of patriots. Use your skills to save lives. Protect those closest to you. Create an award-winning cinnamon roll recipe.
Anyone from Alaska? Oh, Alaska, there you go. That's probably, anyone overseas that traveled to be here? Anyone? No? One person? What country? Guatemala. Okay, Guatemala's the winner.
Flawless victory.
Oh, I could do everything a man does, or a man says I could do everything a woman does. That's a lie. Now, that's not to say that certain women might be at the highest levels of excellence, be able to be very competitive. But generally, the general rule is the way that God designed us, through whatever reason of brilliance that we should not even question. Women have certain character traits, such as the ability to have empathy, to nurture, to raise children, to be able to listen attentively, to have a higher level of focus, things that I struggle with. Men are more likely to have a singular task, be able to, quite honestly, run through a wall to get it done, be able to also have higher levels of testosterone, which is nice when you want to have an entire functioning economy built on hopefully using your hands, and have plumbers, electricians, and HVAC, and police officers, and firefighters. Not to say that women can't do those things. Having children and having a family and getting married will have a much larger and more positive impact on you and our nation than becoming a partner at some law firm. That's actually not actually very fulfilling. In fact, don't pursue that if you think that's going to give you happiness. You will be a miserable, unmarried 33-year-old woman. The happiest, the wealthiest people in the world that I meet are not the billionaires that I've had a chance to spend time with. They're the people with 9, 10, and 11 children. They are the wealthiest people in the world. They're the people. We have 2,500 young women here. If every single one of you got married and had at least 5 kids, we could take over the entire state of Wyoming in like 30 years. Here's where you're all different. A lot of you are actually super responsible. You are. I could tell. It's 9 a.m., you're dressed like perfectly, and you've all your makeup done, and no, seriously. So you're actually, and I think we have some elementary school kids here somewhere. There's an amazing 9-year-old. Glad you're here. Thank you for being here. How old are you? 9? 9 years old. 9 years old. Give it up. That's amazing.
And here's why. Because we live in an abundant society. We live in a place where you could have literally weed delivered to your front door. It's like, what? And somehow, oh, that's liberty. No, that's actually slavery.
Is in the 4 short years that President Trump was embattled every day by lying mainstream media and by lying Democrats who undermined his agenda from day one. But that agenda lives on because he was so committed. Us to be a social democracy like the countries of Eastern Europe, or maybe even
socialist governments. Some of the principles they are articulating sound creepily and eerily like socialism, and that's because it is. So call it out, call it out. Don't let it go unaddressed. Call it out.
Just tell me what to do. Okay.
This is the fastest growing crime in the state of Texas. And young women in Texas are not for sale. In politics, it was hard to believe that socialism would confront us. And polling data shows that 2 of 3 young Americans are open to the idea of socialism, and 1 in 5 are open to communism.
Look! There goes the enemy! Look! There goes the enemy! So we hold up the sword of truth, Jesus Christ!
True, and when you talk about getting involved, what
the United States of America is the world's most generous country. We are #1. But you know what else we're #1 in? We're also ranked #1 for individualism.
The government tells you that the pandemic destroyed the economy, millions of small businesses and livelihoods. This is false. It is the government's unconstitutional overreach and the lockdowns and the mandates that destroyed businesses and livelihoods. Yes. Increased suicides, increased drug addiction and alcoholism, and left kids out of school for over a year.
Jesus Christ!
He terrorized and completely destroyed the bourgeois class, the merchant owners and property owners. His first tactic was to kill every landowner.
This is why we're not a leftist, by the way. We want to fart in peace. One day a year I can have a good day. I can celebrate on my birthday. I can get a beautiful, nice, iced to the brim, maybe an almond vanilla birthday cake. But then she finds out that the government has run out of birthday cake at the Socialist Bakery. It's like it blinds you. About how Turning Point has literally created like thousands of marriages. If you count like our employees, so many employees that work at our headquarters in Phoenix have gotten married, and then people that meet at our conferences have gotten married. It's crazy. So you need to be at SAS next month in Tampa. Okay, so make sure you sign up for SAS. Anyway, you're gonna not be friends with after the conference. You got an Android? Sorry. I want to hug you. And yes, we're not doing the 6 feet rule here. This is Texas. This is Texas, honey. No. I don't know. Okay. All right.
I do not have sweet tea in this. She's already like, I've had 5 sweet teas today. I've had them. Woo. It's just water, so I'll have all my sugar and everything later on. It says I have 19 minutes, and I think that's precious that there's a clock there. That's the last time I'm probably going to look at it. But the thing that really stuck out to me, and I know a lot of you out there have been talking about this, was the phrase birthing person. And I did my first birth completely all natural, whether it was putting Indigenous Americans on the trail of genocide, because one thing that the left loves, they love trains and they love encampments.
Because he loves to give me a hard time, because he's like, when we first met, you used to make me like ice cream cakes all the time, and now I don't get anything. So don't remind him. The first time that I met my father-in-law, I was so incredibly impressed. He was down to earth. He had a full conversation with me about ice cream. I thought, this is really cool. Donald Trump eats ice cream. I eat ice cream. We could do this. This could happen.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Don't bully me, Daniel.
It's very hard to, go on social media and want to do things for a good cause, like advertise TPUSA and PragerU, but it's still at the same time be caught up in all the comparison, all the jealousy as women. That's just something that we deal with as women.
Because ask my husband to call the pediatrician right now. Ask my husband to call the vet right now. I'm going to get in trouble with this speech. I already did the pastries. Now he's going to.
And it is a fight that only my father can win.
Oh, I like that. There are bubbles here. I saw one bubble. Oh, the left was infuriated. The left hates America. They hate order and law. They want anarchy and chaos. And we saw it last year when Black Lives Matter, not the movement, but the organization, was burning down cities and police precincts and everything that you and I and our founding fathers find important and dear to us as a nation. We cannot have that happen anymore. We cannot have people who don't believe in the structure.
I get it. I really do. But real life is messy. And every time you sit there focusing on someone else's race in someone else's life, and I don't understand. I've never had that issue before. Do you think that I had an issue understanding where Charlie stood when he looked at me across Bill's Burgers table and said, I'm not going to hire you, I'm going to date you?
And she said I'm a communist.
Oh my God.
And I, little Miss America, my dad's a colonel, served on 9/11, served overseas. I think I'm all cool, right? Thank you. I did not know what to say, though, when I met my first commie. And I was so disappointed in myself. Maybe you guys have been put in that situation. I mean, mass murderers and dictators on the wall, and then she's telling me we're gonna support the working class and achieve equality. I had no idea what to say. And so I started a nonprofit called Young Americans Against Socialism.
And if we were to drill down and look at everything, it goes back to the root is they hate the truth we've stood on, which is this. They hate it. They hate the light.
And I'm on my second cup of coffee, so I'm a little like, yeah. I'm Kat Kamak, and I am the representative for the the fourth? Maybe I need a third cup of coffee. The 3rd Congressional District of Florida.
This time you're about to learn how to. This time you're about to learn how to. This time you're about to count to 3.
I had Bill Nye the Science Guy 2 days ago tell me that we control the weather. What an idiot.
Provide free tampons and menstrual products to people who menstruate. Do they mean women? I don't know. Also, now that I think about it, shouldn't the word menstruate be womenstrate? Amen and a women, am I right, ladies? We love that. Literally infinity genders. What is going on with this zim, zer, zippity doo-dah, Lord Farquaad, Dr. Fauci.
About to give birth on stage. For the past 3 years, I have been pretty much continually pregnant. What is a woman? And because I have been continuously pregnant for the past 3 years,
media who are criticizing me, and I want to show them that I don't care. You could criticize whatever you want to say, but it will not stop me to do what I feel it's right.
But hold on, Benny, you say. Melania, she does not speak very great English, right? Oh, really? You want to watch her speak perfect French? I'm sick of them saying that this First Lady does not belong on the cover of every fashion magazine in existence. Who wants to go to this White House Christmas party? Come on! And serving in Congress, don't get your economic advice from AOC. This is the perfect, she's serving.
To being named in one of these manifestos. Now, you're of course not responsible for the words of somebody writing that document. But I do think that laughing
I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. He was a National Socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German.
So anyway, yeah, to the I guess the homeless woman who's proud of her ID, we're here with you. All right, thank you. Oh, look!
Hi, Sammy.
There you go. Who wants to see Eloise as a SAS speaker? Okay, all right. Men. Hey, you. Hey.
Here we go.
Marry a good woman. Culture, none of it's trash. It will lead you to be unhappy and miserable and old.
Because science is on our side, logic is on our side, medical technology is on our side, Jesus Christ is on our side.
Oh, not connecting. No, you're now live. Oh, I'm live. There we go. Hey guys, I think I'm live. Am I live?
And maybe we'll have a chapter started by you at your school, because 9 years old is not too young to get involved with Turning Point USA.
Do you think that I had an issue understanding where Charlie stood when he looked at me across Bill's Burgers table and said, I'm not going to hire you, I'm going to date you?
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like, just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account, because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks, why do older generations believe the things they believe? One of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our gods, Xander Corbis and VK Jehanam, we are prepared to commit human sacrifices for your eternal glory. To our monarchs, the Tim Caucus and Tom Spiker, we are humbled to be your oafish jesters, clowning around in your royal court. To our lords, Evan Nudie, Tofox, Ryan Lubin, Trevor R., Jeff Lamb, and Alexander Thaler, we shall proudly carry your standard onto the battlefield and die for your precious land. To our esteemed Knights of the Round Table, Dark Puppy, Jenna Towell, Anna Loves Riley, Quiet 185, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, The Great Pudini, Bongini, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramona Costa, J. Fraser Cartwright, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Yopi, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our glass, we raise our swords, and we salute you.